Hi, this is Tamara from mooglyblog.com, and I'm back with another edition of Yarn Love, where we're taking a closer look at Patons Grace. This is a really gorgeous, lightweight yarn, perfect for garments, accessories. It's got a beautiful sheen, and it's mercerized cotton. Please go to the link in the description, where you can find a link to this yarn, as well as the tools I'll use here today, and lots of beautiful patterns, all free, both knit and crochet, that you can make with this yarn. Let's take a closer look at the label together. Now, you'll notice here there are two different labels. The one on the left, the gray one, is the newer label version, and the one on the right is a slightly older label. But I wanted to show both because both are still kicking around out there in stores, and you might run across either one when you're doing your yarn shopping. But like I say, the one on the left is the newer one, so you should be seeing that one more often. Now, if we take more of a look at this label here, you can see this is a 3 lightweight yarn. The recommended needle size is 3.75 millimeters. Same for the hook. In hooks, that would be an F hook. And you can see here, hopefully, there are more care instructions on the inside of the label, but it would be a hand wash, lay flat to dry situation with this yarn. It is a really gorgeous yarn, and the projects you make with it are something you want to take good care of. There is a dye lot, so you'll want to make sure to purchase enough yarn for your project. And let's go ahead and we can open it up and take a closer look here at the inside of that label as well. Something you can't do in the stores, right? Or at least they definitely frown on that. There we go. So you can see here inside the label, we've got a lot more information, hand wash, lay flat to dry, in 3 different languages. So you can get a little more information there on cleaning. You don't want to dry clean it. You don't want to iron it. You just want to go ahead and hand wash it and dry it flat. So you'll want to use Patons Grace to make some of your really beautiful crochet and knit garments. Now let's take a look at how it works up. Patons Grace comes in 18 gorgeous colorways, and they all work up beautifully for both crochet and knitting. Here I have a small swatch of crochet I've done with it. I've also done a few crochet projects with it and enjoyed every one. You can see there's a great subtle sheen and amazing stitch definition. It definitely also slides really beautiful on the hook and the needles, and I haven't had any trouble with it splitting or fuzzing up or anything like that. Like I say, it does have a little bit of care for the finished projects with the hand washing and hand drying, but if you do take care of it, it should stay beautiful for a really, really long time. You can see here just how easily it slides right along the hook, and here if I give it a tug, you can see just how great it frogs and how wonderfully those stitches come right out, so you don't have to worry about reusing the yarn or making any mistakes or anything like that. I haven't come across any thin, lumpy, or tied bits. I might have come across maybe 1 or 2 knots, but I've used dozens of skeins of this yarn, and it really sticks out as a beautiful, consistent yarn. So let's take a look at the knitting swatch. And here we've got my knitted swatch. I did a few rows of garter followed by several rows of stockinette. And yes, it does need a little bit of blocking, but that's something I've done with this yarn too, and it really does block out beautifully. You can see the back side there, just how nice that's working up. So it is a little bit more challenging for me personally to knit with than to crochet with, just because it is a thinner yarn, and I do a lot more crocheting than knitting. But overall, I really did enjoy knitting with it. I found myself really enjoying the process. Like I say, it glides beautifully on these needles as well, and I have found it very easy to use. I think beginners would enjoy it for both crochet and knitting, and as I said, it's been very consistent, skein to skein, no thin or lumpy bits, just a really beautiful, consistent yarn that is gorgeous with beautiful drape for all your projects. Okay, so let's take just one more close look at this yarn here. You can see just that real subtle sheen. And like I say, when you can see the actual string of the yarn this well, you know the stitch definition is going to be really great in both crochet and knit. Now, this yarn isn't what I would necessarily call squishy. It is a mercerized cotton, so it's a lightweight summer garment type yarn. It isn't going to be fuzzy or squishy in the typical way. That said, it does have a really great smooth feel. Feels great in the hand, feels great on the hook and needles, and it feels great when you wear it. One pattern I've designed with Patons Grace is the Multi-Pocket Crochet Tote Organizer, which is a free pattern you'll find on Yarnspirations.com. It's a very simple piece, but it really does show off this yarn beautifully, and it's a practical piece too. It's got pockets, as you can see, hence the multi-pocket part. And the great thing is the pocket divider is at the end, so you can actually turn this into however many pockets you need to keep your own tote organized. Then to add it to your totes, let me pull one up here. It's got, as you can see, these two straps with buttons, both of which sides then unbuttons, making it totally adjustable to fit whatever bag, tote bag, purse you want to add it to. You can add it to the outside as I'm doing here just because it's a little easier to see, or more likely put it on the inside of the bag to help keep the inside of your tote just that much more organized. It's perfect for sunglasses, cell phones, all those little bits and bobs that always follow to the bottom of your bag. And Patons Grace was a great yarn to make it with. So I hope you'll give Patons Grace a try, particularly for those great summer garments and accessories. It really is a gorgeous yarn, and it's readily available at most big box stores and on Yarnspirations.com, as well as elsewhere online. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day, everybody.